the money was here, being given to us. It was here in Kahnawake. But when we got to that point of that they would only give it to us if we were a registered corporation, then we said no. So, but back then the money was here. It was just give it to you. You had an idea? Yeah? Got a good idea? All you got to do is be a registered corporation. It's like what caused the housing bubble. Give mortgages to anybody. Oh yeah, you want to buy a house? Here's a mortgage. Are you qualified? Nobody knows. But it created a bubble where everybody believing that they're here in Kahnawake and they don't have to pay taxes, but they're all registered corporations.
But if you're registered, you pay taxes.
A registered corporation
Yeah.
is non-native.
Yeah.
A corporation legally in court is viewed as a non-native even if it's made up of 100% native people. So
Because
native
it's treated
people
as a moral person. so
give
it's
away
not
their
native.
identity through becoming incorporated. Kahnawake, through self-government, incorporated. They became a municipality. So everybody here is incorporated. And
You
when
couldn't
you
get it
vote,
through just being registered, not incorporated?
It's the same.
No,
Well,
it's not.
I'm
I'm an
the only
accountant, it's almost
business
the
in
same.
Kahnawake that got
Well, maybe-
money from the small business without being a registered business. Because I was already as a moving business. It was already established. I had many moves under my belt already. I had people who signed testimony documentation, you know, that yeah, I had moved them, and not just houses, but I moved dentists, I moved all different. Anyways, I went to go get monies to buy equipment and stuff like that, and they told me no, you got to be a registered corporation. And I says no, I don't. I says I'm already a business. It's undeniable, and their criteria was that if you are an existing business, they have to give it to you. So I established that I'm already an existing business, but I'm not registered with them.
Okay.
So they created what they thought was a catch-22, locking everybody into becoming incorporated. But I used it against them that yes, I'm already a business, but not registered. But because I'm already a business, they had to give me money. When the band council moved, they moved part of their offices where the post office is. I went and made a bid on it to establish a political, jurisprudence. Because on the radio, when they were advertising for the move, they said you must be a registered moving company, registered, incorporated. And so I started a campaign in town saying, hey, look it, they're making it so that any business in town, a moving company, cannot get that job, because back then Kahnawake was still a red zone. Nobody could get insurance. So they said they wanted a registered business for insurance.
Yeah.
So I came up with a loophole. My father-in-law at the time, the father of my ex, the grandfather of Nahahawi Rakoyesi, I spoke to him. He's a big cigarette guy. I says, if you can put up $10,000 in the bank in a special account, agreed with the small business here, that special thing, because at any given time I won't have more than $10,000 of equipment in my truck while it's moving. So they agreed to it. So I got by their loophole, and the reality, reality is that by them saying that nobody in Kahnawake could get that moving job because they're saying you got to be incorporated. I'm the only moving company in Kahnawake, and I'm not incorporated, so they're saying I can't have it. But I showed, or again, a loophole of how to get around it, created a jurisprudence there of that, how the system recognizes that you don't have to be in the system, that you don't have to be registered in the system.
Yeah, because you had money to back the damages if there were.
Yeah. So at the end, oh, okay. Oh, they found out too, because they excluded me in that the bids were limited to non-native companies. And I was $7,000 underbid to the next lowest bid.
Wow.
So they were saying, without that, no, they would have paid $7,000 more.
Just in case of.
Rhubarb!